home, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped-up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And they'll run him here. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, After such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Green 39. No. Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen. Right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Set him back 5. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. 19.
They'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now. 3-19.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Let's go. Boom, landed.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hut. Hut.
Back to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dante Fowler. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Runs through the contact, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
No, check, Patriot!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And some space here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Room here to run. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Gun! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead grows to 10-0. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Talvin Smith in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. He'll look to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Detroit. Blue 90. Over.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Here we go. Green 39. Detroit 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's got some space here. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Detroit! Gun! Set! Green, 39! Green, 39! All right, now look at 56.
They'll look to throw. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. So
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the Packers get set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? That makes any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. For the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Gronk that time. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue Detroit. Detroit. Blue 90. Gun. 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 Over. 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 Over.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Leopard. Now let's go. Blue 90.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Now a handoff looking right. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Vince Beagle able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they'll run it here. He finds an opening past the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll drop to throw. It's caught here by Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll go on the ground. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Watch it now, Barney!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Back now in Jacksonville. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Forbath, the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Forbath out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case,
and the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Vince Beagle in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there. They'll set up a throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you see it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no option.